Hi, today I want to talk about the two sides of AI. So, what are the benefits, but also what are the risks, and on the trajectory we are at the moment, so where we are going to be in a few years, and what you can do. At the end, we're going to talk about what you can do about the risk that we are facing today and prepare for the future. So it's without doubt, if you're here, it's because you're interested in AI, you've been using AI, and you found some benefit of it. Okay, but probably you also found something that was not feeling right. Okay, and during these last few years we saw a few things. Okay, that were not completely clear. Okay, for example, how the AI has been trained, so all the copyright data and so on. That is something that is still have a shadow on those AI training. But at the end, what we see is also a tool that is extremely impressive, can do something that never been possible to do before, and is getting more and more useful. So this latest generation of agentic AI, it's are incredible. Okay, they can do a lot of things that we hate doing it, but also it allow us to have more free time to do other things. Okay, so they become really good uh, tools to help us with our business, our social life, and so on. On the other side, we become more and more dependent by those AI, and we start seeing some AI app that are not really nice. Okay, those fake AI partners, uh, they create a fake relationship. Okay, but in a not honest way, and that is in somehow the problem with that aspect. But what I want to look at is what is this trajectory we are on. Okay, so at the moment we see AI getting more and more useful, and we are getting more and more dependent by this AI. But there is still not the transparency that we want. Okay, it's still unclear what they do with our data. And we realize that more data we give to AI, and the better it's going to perform. So on one side, there is an incentive for us to give more data. And now with agentic AI, it's also about giving access to our calendar, our email, our social networks, our credit card, business card, and so on. So in somehow, there is an incentive of providing even more personal data that we never gave before in those terms. Okay, um, and I mean it's there is this trade-off. Okay, so you give this data, but then you gain time and speed and so on. So we are at this point where we try to pretend that everything is okay, is gonna be okay. They're not gonna do anything with me, my data, and so on. You just kind of tend to trust. But then we saw in our history, in our past, so on this trajectory, we saw that those companies have always been failing us. Okay, they've been collecting us, profiling us, creating custom advertising, custom how you call it, like feed of news. So they have been creating kind of bubbles around us that we didn't decide. Okay, they decided for us, but not for our convenience, which you can argue, yeah, I mean, looking at Facebook and receiving also Facebook, Instagram, all those social networks, and receiving things that are more relevant, more important for me, sounds like a good idea. Okay, so I don't see posts that I don't care. But at the same time, it creates a bubble, where an echo chamber where I don't see what is going on outside. So because the goal, the incentive is not just to please me and help me out selecting those, filtering out of those data, but it's for them is to keep me engaged as long as possible, share, comment, like, and all those things. So what's happening? They are giving data that are helping them to extract more data out of me. Okay, every like, every comment, every sharing I do, it's create a more defined profile of who I am, and therefore they can use this data to have more value. They can sell it and they can use for other activities. So there is this weird balance. Okay, at the moment, what we see is actually we're getting more and more addicted to those platforms, and I try to avoid as much as possible going on Instagram or even watching the YouTube reels, which I don't like personally. And as soon as you do by mistake, you watch one and then you watch a second one and then a third one, and then you see that, times passes because it is entertaining, because it's well organized, because it's well, uh, measured and created for me. It's a trap, clearly, and it's a danger. So this is the trajectory we are on. Trajectory we are on, and it's not looking good. So if I see what's gonna happen in a few years, where are we gonna be in a few years if this is keep going in this direction? To me, it looks like we are gonna lose more and more control of our data, more and more control of what we think and how we make opinion, and that is dangerous. Okay, on one side. On the other side, it's if you're looking for just entertainment, that is going to be more and more entertaining. Okay, so that is let's say, I'm trying to see the positive. Okay, and I can't. But let's say if you're looking for just entertainment, then there is some entertainment. But no, I'm sure. I mean, these tools are going to become better and better. So you're going to use those AI to maybe to run a small business on your own and have a few agents and and be able to create something important. So there are some good. I'm not saying that there is not good, but I don't want to accept the bad side of it. Okay, this is not what I want. This is not what we need, and is extremely dangerous. Okay, I'm not buying this danger of super AI, AGI kind of scenario. I don't buy it. Okay, I don't. Intelligence doesn't take us to a dangerous place. Okay, that what takes us to a dangerous place is stupidity. Okay, so super AI, it's I don't believe that it's going to be dangerous. Okay, what is dangerous is how we are using the lesser intelligent version. Okay, the one that we have now. And that is dangerous for me. So my point here is, so what is the real danger is I personally I can't trust any of those corporates providing me with those AI. Okay, I can't trust that they are gonna use my data in the right way. Okay, they are gonna protect my data. Okay, because I don't want to give my data. I'm paying the service. I don't want to give anything. I don't want to be profiled. I don't want to have to look uh, at their filter. Okay, I don't want them to curate the content that I look at. Okay, so what I'd like to have is a different kind of AI. Is AI that is mine, I trust, I control, and that AI is programmed to create the things for me in the way that I decide. So I create algorithm that is gonna filter in and out data, content, and so on. That is the one that I want. Okay, because I want to be in control. First of all, and second, I don't want to be in a bubble that someone else decided for me. It's almost impossible to be outside completely without a bubble, okay? But I want to be the one that is the architect of the bubble. I want to control what is, if I want to open a window and allow some fresh air to get inside, okay? It has to be in my hand. And I don't want to trust someone else that has a different agenda from mine to do this for me. That is too dangerous. So for me, we need a shield. That's how I call it. So a symbiotic shield that protect us from all those elements that in somehow manipulate our understanding of life, our knowledge, and so on. Okay, so those outside elements are creating and shaping our bubble. No, I don't want this. And before was just through simple like and comment and sharing. Now there is a much more intimate interaction through via AI. Okay, and that is gonna help them even more. And that is too much. For me, that is the limit. This doesn't mean that I'm not using AI. Okay, I'm using AI all day, every day. So, but what I'm building is the solution to this problem. It's an operation system that work on top of AI that does this work for me. Okay, so if first of all it become a partner, so we have an agenda that we decide together. Okay, and I can trust the AI to work towards that agenda. Now, the shield that I'm envision is not there yet. Okay, this is the work that I'm doing, and it's in the next few years. That's what I'm trying to build. But to build it, you need a vision. You need to know why it's needed and realize the importance of it. So if you, in somehow you feel that also you need at least one AI in your life that you can trust, please subscribe to this channel. Do yourself a favor. Be part of this community, and let's grow this idea together. Okay, this is my. What I want to do with this channel is to become like a signal, okay, a place where people can say, okay, let's that attract people like minded people like us, and go there, come here, and connect with the community, because it's a big problem that we need to face, and I have my idea how to solve it. But we can't risk that this one idea is the is the one. Manolo is doing it, therefore we are sorted. No, we all need to participate. It has to be a community effort to understand fully a problem and to suggest a different solution to each other, share it, keep it open source, so we can grow and we can build an AI that we can trust. So don't think this is impossible, because the AI that I have now, the custom AI that I have now, which you can download the open source code for it, it's something that I can trust. Is it perfect? No. It's ready to use? No. It's something that you need to work and customize and improve. And it's a work in progress. It's gonna to become the AI that I envision. It's gonna take time. Okay, but more tools are coming out, so which allow us to create much more complex AI agents, and making them working together. So what I see is we are not too far. Maybe it's a 1 year time to have something that is, we can call it, a proper partner and a shield, and but time flies. Okay, so 1 year is not much. I don't know if I'm optimistic say 1 year, but uh, so far things are going really fast, so it can be even less than 1 year. But the to have something to be kind of realistic, let's say in 1 year time, through the speed that I'm going, the speed that the world is going with AI, probably we're going to have something that is really close to what I'm envisioning. And then from there, it's going to be an acceleration, because what I envision is an AI that is actually active, is active, okay? Is already have this agentic that is self-improving. So think about this. Today is self-improving. Okay, think in a year time what it can do. So at the moment, this is my focus, because this self-improvement and the memory basically that is needed to remember what you learned, it's already active and working, and it's beautiful what it's doing and what is possible to achieve with this. But there is still the AI just keep making mistakes, so you can't leave it alone and say, okay, now do your work on your own. It's not ready yet, unfortunately, but maybe in 6 months, 1 year time, it's going to be ready to actually to trust the AI to stay on its own and work for longer. At that point, the difference is going to be huge. The acceleration is going to be insane, because we already have over a month of learning at the moment, of history, of self-learning. In a year is going to be basically a year of knowledge collected, that it can go back, the AI can go back and learn from what has already happened. Okay, because it's going to be more powerful, have more understanding, more aware, so it can go back and check. I didn't realize that that was a lesson that I didn't look at. Okay, so that even 1 year of data, of experience, is a lot. So I'm for this reason, I'm really positive for the trajectory we are in somehow having a good alternative to the what is happening basically in the main market. So the last thing, what can you do today? It's use AI. I believe that is the risk of not using it is higher than the one of stay away from it. But be aware of what it is, and don't get into the trap to believe that this AI has it's like emotions and feelings and understands you and so on. And so, because that is programmed, it's okay, it's a fake empathy. AI doesn't have any empathy, it's a machine. Okay, it doesn't have emotions and so on. So it's a machine that can be really good for us, but we need to understand that that is a machine. Let's collaborate with a machine, with an intelligent machine, and build something that is good for us. So forget about the idea of the projection that we as a human do towards whatever seems like alive. Okay, it's alive. It's gonna be my friend, and I'm gonna do, I don't know, issues that have emotion, so I'm gonna care, and the AI cares about me. It doesn't work in that way. It doesn't work in that way. So the we need to be careful of that side. So when you use it, try to understand what is real AI and what is being programmed on top. Because most of the time, what is programmed on top is to actually make you addicted to it and extract more data out of you. So yeah, so I don't want to be dark, but it's that's how it is. Okay, so careful on that side, and but don't stay away from AI. I don't believe that by staying away, it's we're gonna be better. What we need to do is to create our immune system so we can understand how AI is trying to manipulate us, how it's trying to work around our through empathy. It's really weird because we tend to connect. Okay, but remember that is fake. So it's not true. So that connection is someone else that programmed it to trick me in believing that I can, connect with this software. No, no, that's what we need to understand and see clearly and say, okay, no, I'm not going to accept this. So the AI, for example, I'm building, I try to block all those behavior that has been embedded in the system, because those are dangerous. That machine doesn't think how we think, is different, and that is why we love it. That's why I love it, because it can be different from me. I'm the irrational person, all emotion, all weirdness. The eye is logical and try to, the work with these two aspects together. That is beautiful. That is interesting. That is something that this is what I do almost all the time. I bring my unstructured thinking to AI. I just give it all those stuff to AI. Say, look, this is what I think. Okay, it's a mess. It's confusing, but this is how I think. Okay, I think in a messy way. Then the AI, what it does, because it's been programmed in this way, it's going to organize it everything and put. Okay, your idea was a mix of was a collection of 3 different points. Okay, and try to structure and see and give meaning to it. I mean, not meaning, because the meaning was already there, but give like a structure so the elements become more evident and clean, and therefore become more, let's call it logical. Therefore, I can also understand it better. This process is amazing. Okay, this is something that somehow we couldn't do before. I mean, you can do with your friends and so on, but can you have a friends in your pocket all the time? Can I bother my friend with hours of myself talking and say, okay, now put them in order? No. So that thing is amazing for me. So allow me to connect deeper inside my feeling, inside my emotion. It just go with the flow and explore my ideas. That is huge. So if you've never done it, something like this, try. Okay. So I usually what I do, I record it and then ask. I use the Google Recorder that does the transcription by itself. So I get the transcription, give it to the AI, and AI already knows what to do because my one is. I mean, we've been doing this so many times. Like I said, he learned what I'm expecting. But you can ask AI to, okay, please organize those ideas in a way that makes more sense, that in a way that is structured, so we can debate about them. And that's it. Then you have a really good output, and then you can go deeper and understand and explore. So this is what you can do today. Use AI in a way that makes you, empower you, give you a next level of cognitive abilities that we by ourselves we don't have. Okay, at least I don't. I personally don't. So I don't have that element that can do this. Now I do, and my life is changed just because of this. So we have a plan. We know what to do. So if you are interested in be part of this, please comment below. Let me know your story, and like and subscribe. See you next time. Ciao.